into a green that's very generous.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. That one is in the bunker. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
And he's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. In the green side bunker, Frank, little bit of a problem. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
Spieth has this for par. Just 5 feet left. Putt drops, now at 1 over par. So just a formality here. 2-1 over par early on in this round. Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey. Tough bogey right there, moves to 1 over par. On to the second hole, 171 yards, tricky little par 3. Headed for the bunker? Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Settles in over the putt. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
That's a solid par putt. So a tester from 4 feet. Putt for par. He needs one. And so just getting started. Even par so far. Okay, has it and stays at 1 over par. So 2 over par for the round. Well, Frank, as we get to the 3rd hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, it's always nice to play good golf, but it's just as special to be somewhere where you realize how fortunate we all are to be able to enjoy God's green earth. I mean, this is just an amazing spot.
Well, I know our game's seasonal, Rich, but it amazes me. This is a whole area completely under snow in the winter. And then, once the sun comes out, the snow starts to thaw out. You're left with this beautiful golf course, just in amongst nature, and you can still be competitive with it. So you can be sort of smelling the roses, as we would say, and still testing your own talents.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
And from the fairway for his 2nd shot here.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
Now the 2nd shot to the par 5. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Frank, chance to go for the green in two here at the third?
There is, but you can also use the terrain, which will kick the ball towards the left. So if you haven't hit the best of tee shots, still land that ball to the right and let it feed on.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Wow, don't know how a player of this caliber misses it to the left that badly from that short a range. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That was not a very good read right there. Here's the man with the best ponytail in the game. He's also a pretty good putter. Miguel Angel Jimenez for birdie. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Oh, do that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Back to par for the round. -1 in early going. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. That's a par. Stays at +2. Now to another par 3. This is the 4th hole, 192 yards, way down the hill.
It's going to play closer to 170 yards, Rich. You're going to have to reduce that distance by at least a couple of clubs. And consequently, if you hit one hanging up in the air, if you get a breeze that goes through that valley, it's going to start to sort of move that ball around. So just keep your eyes open there where that breeze is coming from.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
This is a good-looking shot. That will be a great look at birdie.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. It's got 5 minutes to find it.
Frank, where's this one headed?
Well, it might just catch the left side of the green. On the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. And setting up here in the rough. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. You can't miss him from that distance.
Yeah, another bogey at the fourth.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par currently.
Oh, that hurts. Frank, you hate to miss it from that distance.
More than a setback there.
I don't know if that was a misread or what, Frank, but that one hurts.
Yeah, she's certainly going to have to pick up her socks after that.
Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. She would drop 2 shots if she makes this.
That's plain not fair.
Oh, boy, this game is cruel, Frank. You get on a roll and then smack. Hits you right in the face and knocks you down. So with that, the score is now at even par. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers, first one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, there's a real art to putting a good 72-hole score in the book, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. You know, you can have a flash of brilliance, make 5 or 6 birdies. It can be offset by doubles and quadruple bogeys. And in the end, it's the end. What did you do? The plus and the minuses. And that's why all our biggest championships have, and of recent, been stroke play.
That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and Now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Well, it's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Jordan Spieth now on the approach shot. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Second shot now to the par 4 fifth.
Just minimally uphill, Rich, with a green too that opens up towards that left side. Just want to make sure you carry the front and pitch the ball well into the middle of the screen and not really worry about it. Once the flag is past that middle section, though, players are definitely going to have to go further left.
That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Settles in over the putt. Nice putt. Count it. These putts keep the round together. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. So, 2 over par for the round. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. So after all that, it's a bogey. Frank, you played at the highest level all over the world. What was a comfortable yardage for you on holes like this?
I actually had a club, believe it or not, that just the grooves on it, it would go 105 yards. It was a lofted sand iron, whether it was out of the first cut or rough or the fairway. So if I could hit it around 100 yards, I could almost hit that distance with my eyes closed. After that, 70 yards was the next one. So everybody has that little sort of sweet spot with the wedge.
So that means on a hole like this, you were looking for something off the tee in the 265 to 270 range, and that would put what club in your hand?
Just in those days, it was a 53-degree sand iron, yeah.
Good contact, good result. Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Well, you have to be thinking about birdie here on this approach shot at the 6th, Frank.
A good aggressive tee shot, pretty close to the narrow neck of that green. Awkward, whether you try and hit a little pitch and run or try and hit a lofted wedge and sort of pitch that ball a little closer to the hole. This looks like it's going to find the target. Second shot.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Looks like he just misread that. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Very well done, almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart.
It's no snack, though.
Miguel Angel Jimenez for par. Not what he had in mind when he stepped to the tee, but it would be just one drop shot. This for bogey. So with that, 3 over par now for the round. Just a couple of feet. That's a par, stays at +2. So just a formality here. So that's a drop shot. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. Do you know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
That's in the fairway. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, it's certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
He in the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. Now the second shot to the par 5. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, well, that certainly sets yourself backwards, so tough up and down.
Seems to like it. They're headed for the fat part of the green. And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole, this for birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
All right, Frank, it'd be fun to watch the players have a go at this second shot here at the par 5-7.
Yeah, this green is well protected left and right by those bunkers, but thread the needle and well, you might just net yourself another birdie or an eagle.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Hit it. Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Chases that in for par to stay at 4 over. 10-foot putt left. So 1 over par for the round. He's putting for par now. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Three over for the day. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot. Safely on deck.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole.
Well, that takes the strain off the next one.
Good lag putt right there. Settles in over the putt. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Birdie chance here on this very long putt. Really no chance to go in there. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Wow, I thought he made that. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. So a tester from 4 feet. All right, hanging in. That's a par and 4 over. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Needs this for par. 1 over for the day. good roll. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder. Oh, that's fine.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Well, Frank, what do you like here? Second shot to this par 5.
I like just the general terrain, Rich. Even though the water's on the right side, you want to keep away from that, which actually makes that ball go towards the general upslope of the green.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
He gave that one everything he had and really gouged it, and still, it was short. That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. This is the third for Jimenez. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now par.
These putts keep the round together. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
This from about 10 feet. Solid effort and reasonable result to stay at 1 over par. Eyeing this putt for a birdie. So begins the climb back. Clean this up with a tap. Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey. Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back on this beautiful day here at Banff Springs in the Canadian Rockies. Set to kick off all the action on the back nine. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218 yards.
And I have no idea why this is called Little Bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot here. That's for sure. Bending there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight and with a decent height on it as well. If you want to land on that left side of the green and make it stop.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Not a huge miss, Frank, but did lose this just a little to the right.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to catch a piece of the green, though.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Miguel Angel Jimenez has this for birdie. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That one got away. 14 feet to the hole. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Oh, I thought he had that. Tough start to the backside, Frank.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well, too. You start losing confidence with the putter early on.
So a drop shot. And takes care of business there.
Solid stroke.
This for him would be one drop shot. So off the long par 3/10, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Frank, here at the 11th hole, second shot, another chance to make a birdie.
Certainly is. The only thing you're guarding against here with that second shot into 11 is just going long. Pretty generous green once again. Because it slopes back into the player's face, the ball's not going to kick forward.
So he's hit it inside 30 feet, not his best, but still a chance.
Yeah, the odd 28-footer, and that's exactly what it is. I've seen a few of those go down.
Second shot, good look at the green. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
This, the second shot here at the par 4.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
That one is well off target. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. And getting ready for the putt. Oh, you hate to miss from that distance. Spieth over a par putt. Oh, so close. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Well, a missed opportunity, no doubt. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Been a rocky round. So, 2 over par for the round. Could use this one. This is for par. And he makes it for a bogey here. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the deck. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Beautiful looking shot right here. All right, Frank, another chance to make something happen here at the 12th.
You could come in here a little low, try and skip it back towards the flag as it starts to narrow up to the back of the green. But anything a little underneath the flag, maybe slightly to the right of it, is going to be a better place to putt from. Common thread here, rough, rough, rough.
Wrong way again. Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. The fairways aren't that narrow today.
Frank, there's fairway, there's rough, and then there's mulch.
Yeah, the worst thing about the mulch is all these little chips around the ball, and so the ball doesn't sit up. And once again, this shot might look easy, but if you just miss it a bit, it so exaggerates the outcome.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And setting up here in the rough. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. And she's in the first cut. Not terrible, but may take a little work to recover. Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. Angel Jimenez for par. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
That's costly right there.
Painful.
These putts keep the round together. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. Just 5 feet left. Oh, tough break. Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Couple shots over par. Three over for the day. It's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity.
Second shot. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Had every chance of going in.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Everything has gone wrong today, just continues to be ugly. Take no pleasure in saying it, but it's a fact. It's a double bogey. Has it. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Frank, take us down. Give us the player's eye view on this second shot here at 14.
I kind of like a second shot a little lower than normal here. It just seems to shape up to this green. Obviously, you're protecting against going left while you're trying to go directly at the flag. So just something a little lower than normal, I think, would be the go. Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That's a bit offline in the rough. Now zeroing in on this second shot here at the par 4 14th.
You can keep the second shot a little right of the flag here. The general contours kick a little left here away from the bunkers on the right. That would be the ideal shot in here.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. That's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot. out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
"28 feet from the cup." Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14th. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Been a rocky round. Okay, that's par. 3 over for the round. Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey. Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey. Well, no problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, looking out here on the 15th hole, this looks like a spot where you could really crank one that you could tell your buddies about.
It's another hole that suits a player that hits the ball right to left. It's no surprise to see why Rory McIlroy plays well around here. Nice, big, high towering draw. It's going to go that extra yardage because of the elevation.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Good lie in the fairway, but a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are, but we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
Frank, what about this second shot here at 15?
It's one of the longest par fours on the golf course, Rich, so you don't want to get too greedy. Green does open up on that left side. You can see that bunker on the front of the green. It sort of protects that right side. So you've got to try and bring it in. One of the few shots you could actually cut it into this green. This golf course normally suits a draw, but this hole here you could do well with one that goes in the other direction.
Frank, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today.
He'll need to be strong with this.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine. Oh, it just shaves the edge.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Miguel Angel Jimenez for bogey. Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. These putts keep the round together. Hasn't been easy, but he'll take it. That's a par. 3 over for the day. This for par. 3 over for the day. Just a couple of feet. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. No doubt would love to have this one back. That's a double bogey, 2 drop shots. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favour a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
No fairway here. This one in that rough. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Frank, anything you do differently from the rough in terms of your swing? Do you hinge the club a little bit more quickly?
No, normally put the ball just a little bit further back in your stance because you want the club to be going down. Down, it's got to go down through the grass, through the ball.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Frank, looking at this approach now to the 16th, what does the player need to be aware of?
You've got to make sure you fly the ball every inch of the way here, Rich. The ball won't kick forward because of that false front. So making sure you at least club up, not club down.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I've got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always other holes to be played. From that distance, you settle for 2 putts. That's as bad as I have seen. Folks, that one is now on the fringe. Settles in over the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This for par. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. And that's in for a par. Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one, short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here. in the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. So he's in the fairway bunker. Frank, what's the key here on this shot?
Sometimes take a little bit more club, but it still gets down to contact. Any little bit of sand gets between the ball and the club face, you will lose 10, 15, 20 yards.
Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. Frank, how about the second shot now to the 17th?
Well, the nice layback off the tee means you have a full shot in. You can go at virtually any flag now.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green. This one just inside 30 feet. Certainly you wouldn't call that close.
On the computer, it registers at 29 feet. Frank, you played the game at the highest level. You know it doesn't always go your way. So what kind of advice do you give the player who's having a rough go of it?
I used to have a little notepad that I remembered, and on it was stop, take a deep breath, make a decision, and now go with it. Just re-rack.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
One of the game's most lovable characters, Miguel Angel Jimenez, has this for par. Been a rocky round from about 8 feet. Good effort and a good par putt. Good putt. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
Oh, no, this one needs a break. This one looks like it's headed out of bounds. Lost that one, out of bounds, and that is a costly stroke. This will be the third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds. She had a good shot off the tee, and now she has all sorts of options available. Let's see what she does here. That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Gonna have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
Second from an excellent lie. Good lie in the fairway. Good chance to make something happen here. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you've got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This is the third for Jimenez. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Well, he's overshot the green here.
Fire the caddy, Rich. Seriously. Any other club other than that one.
110 to the flag. And setting up here in the rough. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
This is a really long putt, difficult birdie opportunity. Looks like he just misread that. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Oh, good roll, good putt.
Miguel Angel Jimenez for par. This for par. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Just a couple of feet. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 16th hole seems to have really put him back a step or two. He's just not playing the same kind of golf we're accustomed to seeing. So Frank, as we put a wrap on the day, it wasn't his best performance, but there's always tomorrow in golf.
Yeah, you still got to keep your head high. Golf's a game that's going to be it's going to bring everybody to their knees now and again. But dream for a better day, and it could be just around the corner.
And there'll be a next time for us as well, partner. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo saying so long for now.